Hey guys, we're picking it up right after where we left it in the last video when arriving in Hiroshima. Let's get to it. The truly one thing you cannot miss while being in Hiroshima is okonomiyaki. This version of the Japanese pancake is made with noodles, and Maria and I universally agree that it kicks Osaka-style okonomiyaki's butt. Fully strengthened, we walked across the city to visit the atomic bomb memorial sites and museum. First we checked the A-bomb dome, which was close to the epicenter of the explosion, and then we walked over to the Peace Memorial Museum. It was a truly humbling and moving experience to see it in person. And so far, Hiroshima impressed us the most on our journey. Highly recommended. The reward for a marathon was a delicious bowl of ramen. What else? I had to repark the car because these car parks don't allow for more than 48 or sometimes even 24 hours at a time, and I quickly recorded how they work because I was very worried on the day we got here, but I was told that they're spring-loaded and stop when they touch something. Pretty awesome. Also awesome is just how good pizza has gotten in Japan. Because when I was here 10 years ago, pizza was awful. Now it's easier to find good pizza here than in Germany even. I love it. Stopping in a couple of stores for Maria on the way to our next destination, we arrived at Hiroshima Castle. Sadly, we weren't allowed to film everything inside, which is weird to me because other castles allow you to film similar bits without any trouble. And the entry to the castle is substantially more expensive than the $1.50 at the Peace Memorial Museum, which had much more to offer. No matter, I got plenty of footage even so. The castle walls, on the other hand, were super cool to walk around in. Overall, Hiroshima Castle is well worth a visit. Just don't prioritize it over other parts of Hiroshima. To finish things off, Maria and I went to Okonomimura, a famous building with tons of okonomiyaki stands across multiple levels, which is truly an essential when coming here. And if you're like us, you can follow that up with an all-you-can-drink karaoke session and walk it off into the night. Hiroshima is fantastic and we can't wait to be back here. It was time to hit the road again. We packed up and gone for the last essential while still in the city. I don't even know anymore what number up garage this is, but I still love it. Too bad it's a bit of a lottery most of the time to find the exact right parts for your car. But hey, might get lucky sometimes. The night before we made a last-minute decision to make a detour because what I initially meant to do in Okayama fell through. We'll have to do that eventually on the way back. The detour meant driving over the smallest of Japan's 4 main islands, Shikoku. You get to Shikoku via a network of bridges over smaller islands in between. This was the start of the most breathtaking drive as of yet. We arrived at our first destination in Shikoku, which was Matsuyama City, home to the potentially most famous onsen in all of Japan. It was featured in the Studio Ghibli movie Spirited Away, and we literally came across it by sheer chance. Nevertheless, we took a dip and walked it off into the night once more. We were only staying for the night and were right back on the road, albeit in the middle of bucket tons of rain. We made sure to not miss this up garage either. Even though it was raining, the drive through Shikoku was incredible. The rain just added to the atmosphere of this tropical environment, and we stopped as many times as we could to just take it all in and to make sure we'll remember this one. We'd spent the next night in Kochi, which was home to a popular food court with tons of bonito tataki. It was so full that we opted for an izakaya nearby. This Japanese combination of seafood and beer works like a charm for Maria and I. The second most popular spot in Kochi is Yasube, an open-air spot that serves beer and gyozas mainly. We essentially stayed there for the rest of the evening, filling ourselves with cheap and tasty gyozas, and washed it down with a couple of cold ones before retiring. On our last day through Shikoku, we were met with more breathtaking views while we were headed to Tokushima City. If you're in Japan and have the time and freedom to drive around wherever you like, this trip I highly recommend taking. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. A quick bullet from later, we headed for the last couple of bridges to cross before arriving in the Kansai region. And that I'll be covering in the next one. See ya then. Bye.